Going live. We are live.
It's a little scary.
Welcome.
Hello.
Can I read the English with Emma?
Do you say my name? What
Yep.
about if I want to be anonymous?
This is anonymous, and I'm Brendan or Burgundy, whatever the channel's called. Here we go.
Going well.
Om Shri Ramacharitamanasa. The Manasa lake containing the exploits of Sri Rama. Descent 1 Balakanda. Shloka. I reverence Vani, the goddess of speech, and Vinayaka, Lord Ganesha, the originators. Can you shut the door? The originators of sounds represented by the alphabet, of the multitudes of objects denoted by those sounds, of poetic sentiments as well as of meters, and the begetters of all blessings. I greet Goddess Parvati and her consort Bhagavan Shankara, embodiments of reverence and faith respectively, without which even the adept cannot perceive God enshrined in their very heart. I make obeisance to the eternal preceptor in the form of Lord Shankara, who is all wisdom, and resting on whose brow the crescent moon, though crooked in shape, is universally adored. I pay homage to the king of bards, Valmiki, and the chief of monkeys, Hanuman, of pure intelligence, both of whom sport in the holy woods in the shape of glories of Sita and Rama.
How many more do we?
I don't know. Why? Just keeps going. We're up to page 1. There's 1,000
gods that we're
1,100.
going to invoke in order to read this story.
I bow to Sita, the beloved consort of Sri Rama, who is responsible for the creation, sustenance, and dissolution of the universe, removes afflictions, and begets all blessings. Yep. I adore Lord Hari, known by the name of Sri Rama, who is superior to and lies beyond all causes, whose Maya, elusive power, holds sway over the entire universe, including gods from Brahma, the creator, downwards, and demons, whose presence lends positive reality to the world of appearances. Even as the false notion of a serpent is entertained with reference to a rope, and whose feet are the only bark for those who are eager to cross the ocean of mundane existence. For the gratification of his own self, Tulasidasa brings forth this very elegant composition relating in common parlance to the story of the Lord of Raghus, which is in accordance with the various Puranas, Vedas, and the Agamas, Tantras, and incorporates what has been recorded in the Ramayana of Valmiki and culled from other sources.
Do you think he put that in there about himself? Was
Yeah.
that added later?
Well, he talks about himself a bit.
I'm going to write a book and then I'm going to insert myself in it.
So did Valmiki.
Did he?
Mm.
So I remember it's been a long time since I read the beginning of it. I don't think he put himself in as much. I don't know either. All right, keep going. But you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna write.
What's a living story?
Yeah, but
So,
like it's like a devotional kind of
he's offering himself up
for his own gratification.
Yeah. Like we are.
Oh, can you add us in? Okay, so for the glory of Burgundy and Anonymous, I don't know. Who are superior?
My Lord Ganesha, the leader of Shiva's retinue, whose very thought ensures success, who carries on his shoulders the head of a beautiful elephant, who is a repository of wisdom and an abode of blessed qualities, shower his grace. May that merciful Lord, whose grace enables the dumb to wax eloquent and a cripple to ascend an inaccessible mountain, and who burns all the impurities of the Kali age, be moved to pity. May the Lord, who ever sleeps on the ocean of milk, and who is Swathi as blue.
Say that name again.
I had struggled with it in the other recording too. I don't know how to say it.
Swathi.
But like if you're reading it in the Awadi, it would be Swathi. So anyway, but it's English, I guess. Swathi.
Yes, it is English.
I've just been reading a lot of the other stuff. And so, may the Lord, whoever sleeps on the ocean of milk, and who is Swathi as a blue lotus, and has eyes resembling a pair of full-blown red lotuses, take up his abode in my bosom. May the crusher of Cupid, Bhagavan Shiva, whose form resembles in color. Just sit. Stop poking me. It's like someone's reading over my shoulder.
They are. I am. You are correct.
May the crusher of Cupid, Bhagavan Shiva, whose form resembles in color the jasmine flower and the moon, who is the consort of goddess Parvati, and an abode of compassion, and who is fond of the afflicted, be gracious. I bow to the lotus feet of my Guru, who is an ocean of mercy, and is no other than Sri Hari himself in human form, and whose words are sunbeams, as it were, for dispersing the mass of darkness in the form of gross ignorance.
Can you tell how long we've been going for? Okay. Well, only that.
I greet the polar light dust of the lotus feet of my preceptor, refulgent, fragrant, and flavored with love. It is a lovely powder of the life-giving herb, which allays the host of all the attendant ills of mundane existence. It adorns the body of a lucky person, even as the white ashes beautify the person of Lord Shiva, and brings forth sweet blessings and joys. It rubs the dirt off the beautiful mirror in the shape of the devotee's heart. When applied to the forehead in the form of a tilaka, a religious mark, It attracts a host of virtues. The splendor of gems in the form of nails on the feet of the blessed Guru unfolds divine vision in the heart by its very thought. The luster disperses the shades of infatuation. Highly blessed is he whose bosom it shines. With its with its very appearance, the bright eyes of the mind get opened. The attendant evils and sufferings of the night of mundane existence disappear, and gems and rubies in the shape of stories of Sri Rama, both patent and hidden, wherever and in whatever mind they may be, come to light. As for instance, by applying to the eyes the miraculous salve known by the name of Siddhanjana, the eye salve of perfection, strivers, adepts, as well as men of wisdom easily discover a host of minds on hilltops, in the midst of forests, and in the bowels of the earth.
What are we looking for?
Oh, something. I'm not always listening. That's what I'm saying.
The dust of the Guru's feet is a soft and agreeable salve, which is ambrosia, as it were, for the eyes, and remedies the defects of vision. Having brightened my eyes of discernment thereby, I proceed to relate the story of Sri Rama, which secures freedom from the bondage of mundane existence. First, I reverence the feet of Brahmanas, the very gods on earth, who are able to dispel all doubts born of ignorance. Then I make loving obedience in a polite language to the whole body of pious souls, the minds of all virtues. The conduct of holy men is noble as the career of the cotton plant, the fruit whereof is tasteless, white and fibrous, even as the doings of saints yield results which are free from attachment, stainless, and full of goodness. Okay, so now we've got a little side note here. The fruit of the cotton plant has been characterized in the original as Nirasa, Vishada, and Ganamaya, which words can be interpreted both ways as in the rendering given above. The 4 rewards of human existence. Oh, that might be somewhere else. Sorry. I think I'm going on. Anyway, even by suffering hardships in the form of, how would you say that? Ginning?
Yeah, ginning.
Spinning and weaving. So that must be like an old weaver's
cotton
thing.
Yeah.
The cotton plant
Spinning wheel.
covers others' faults and has thereby earned in the world a renown which is worthy of adoration. The assemblage of saints. Okay, so now we're going back to who we're praising. The assemblage of saints, which is all joy and felicity, is a moving Prayaga, the king of holy places, as it were. Devotion to Sri Rama is this moving Prayaga, the stream of the holy Ganga, the river of the celestials, while the proceeding of an inquiry into the nature of Brahma, the absolute, constitutes the Sarasvati, a subterranean stream which is traditionally believed to join the Ganga and the Yamuna at Prayaga. Is that where they have that massive festival every year with those 2 rivers?
I don't know.
Thus accounting for the name Triveni, which signifies a meeting place of the 3 rivers. Okay. Discourses on karma or action, consisting of injunctions and interdirections, have been spoken of as the sacred Yamuna, a daughter of the sun god and in her angelic form. I get lost here. Washing the impurities of the Kali age. While the antidotes, that's not right. of Vishnu and Shiva stand out as the triple stream known as the Triveni, bringing joy and blessing to those who listen to them. All right. Unwavering faith in their own creed constitutes the immortal Banyan tree, and noble actions represent the royal court of that king of holy places. Easy of access to all on any day and at every place, this moving prayaga assuages the afflictions of those who resort to it with reverence. The king of holy places is beyond all description and supramundane in character. I've never heard that word, supramundane in character. Anyway, it bestows the reward immediately and its glory is manifest. Men who, having heard the glory of this moving prayaga in the form of the assemblage of holy men, appreciate it with an enraptured mind, and then take a plunge into it with extreme devotion, obtain the 4 rewards. Okay, the 4 rewards of human existence are dharma, or religious merit, artha, or material riches, kama, or sensuous enjoyment, and moksha, or release from the bondage of worldly existence. Okay, so devotion obtain the 4 rewards of human existence during their very lifetime. How are we going?
I can take over the next time.
The result of an immersion into the sacred waters of this king of holy places is instantly perceived. Crows turn into cuckoos and herons into swans. Let no one marvel to hear this. The glory of contact with saints is no secret. Valmiki, Narada, and Agastya. So do you want me to read the...
Yeah.
So Valmiki had been a hunter and a highway robber in his early life. He was reclaimed by the 7 seers and eventually turned out a great seer and poet. We read in the Bhagavata that Narada was the son of a maidservant in his previous incarnation, and even as a child came in touch with holy men who imparted him the highest wisdom and made him a real devotee of their very contact. In his next birth, he appeared as a mid-born son of Brahma. Agastya was begotten of god Varuna, through a pitcher. Another great sage, Vashishta, was also born of the same pitcher. The association thus obtained in his embryonic state with a great sage made him equally great. Oh, great by association. That's pretty good. That's what I need. Have related the story of their birth and transformation with their own lips. Of the various creatures, both animate and inanimate, living in this world, whether in water or on land or in air, whoever has ever attained wisdom, glory, salvation, material prosperity, or welfare anywhere by means whatsoever, know it to be the result of association with holy men. There is no other means either in the world or in the Vedas. Wisdom dawns not without association with saints, and such association cannot be easily had without the grace of Sri Rama. Contact with noble souls is the root of joy and blessings. It constitutes the very fruit and fulfillment of all endeavors, whereas all other practices are blossoms, as it were. Though contact with the virtuous, even the wicked get reformed. Through contact with the virtuous, even the wicked get reformed. Just as base metal is transmuted by the touch of the philosopher's stone. On the other hand, if by mischance good men fall into evil company, they maintain their noble character, like the gem of the hood of a serpent. Even the speech of deities like Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, poets and men of wisdom, falters in depicting the glory of pious souls. Much less can it be described by men, even as a dealer in vegetables finds himself incapable of expatiating the qualities of gems. So, if you're a bad person and you meet a noble man, it's all good. You're saved.
Yeah.
But if you're a nobleman and you do bad things, it's okay because you're a nobleman.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Just so we're clear.
Yep.
So it depends on your birth,
Well,
on your caste, obviously.
okay. So are we stuffed?
We're stuffed. Yeah, we got to meet a nobleman.
Oh.
Unless we're never going to make it. Do you know any noblemen?
No.
That's the end of the podcast. We realize.
No, it's fine. Actually, it's been 20 minutes. Probably should finish up, should we?
Yeah, so we
You
finished
finished
here.
there. Maybe I should just finish this last one. So we're going to finish on the page. Yep. I'll just read this last little bit. I bow to the saints who are even-minded towards all and have no friend or foe, just as a flower of good quality placed in the palm of one's hands communicates its fragrance alike to both the hands of the one. Both the hands, the one which plucked it and the one which held and preserved it. Realizing thus the noble disposition and loving nature of saints who are innocent at heart and Catholic in spirit, I make
What?
yes,
Really?
I make this humble submission to them, listening to my childlike prayer and taking compassion on me. O noble souls, bless me with devotion to the feet of Sri Rama.
Because, yeah, it mentioned Cupid before. I didn't realize Cupid was like,
I don't know what that means.
well, Cupid is Greek, isn't it? Or is it Roman?
I don't know.
It's from another mythological set of gods. And I was like, oh, okay, so Cupid.
The word Catholic must just mean something. Doesn't mean Catholics.
Because I don't think they were around during. Were they? They weren't around during this Yuga.
During Tulsidas, definitely.
Oh, okay. So when was Tulsi Das?
1600s, 1500s.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. He was hanging out with some Catholics.
Yeah.
Just
I think it
chilling.
means. I think Catholic must just mean something like
chilling in the court of under a tree, having a debate about God.
It might just mean like determined or something like that. Because it says and Catholic in spirit.
Devout.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I shouldn't do too many American accents. I think that was it.